That was one of the funnier scenes in the campaign. A movie that stars Will Ferrell and Zach Galifianakis. There was a really funny movie. There was it was a little crude. Not as crude as The Watch, which I think was crude and not funny. This one was crude, and as you saw there has some funny scenes too, especially in this political season that we're in. This is a really funny satirical look at campaigns.
And it was kind of interesting to see. I mean, we watch the news all the time, and we have to keep up with the campaign, and then to go see that was like, well,
it kind of makes you wonder, like that scene. What do they really say to each other when they're kind of?
There's probably a little bit of trash talk, I would imagine.
Well, let's take a look at it, shall we? First off, we'll start for the family-friendly list. This is rated R. Rated R for a good reason. Very frequent profanity. There are a lot of F-bombs in this as well. Brief nudity in 3 different scenes. Let's just face it. It's not for kids, okay? It's not. It's rated R for a reason. Adults will find it very funny, especially anyone that is like a political science major will love this movie.
Yeah.
Anyone that follows elections and knows the rigmarole. Last week I was on vacation. The congressman was there. They were looking forward to go see this movie. And so that ought to tell you a lot, because he's like, oh, gee, all the stuff that you have to go through. That it really is kind of funny. Let's get to some of the other parts as well. The plot of the movie basically is this. There's 2 candidates for a congressional seat in North Carolina. One was Will Ferrell. He's a Democratic congressman, the incumbent, and the Republican challenger is Zach Galifianakis. Now, Zach Galifianakis did a great job with his North Carolina accent. The movie goes through the rigors of the campaign up and through Election Day. So you kind of you go from where they're filing for a seat, through all the things that happen, and up to Election Day. So, what about the performances of this movie? Well, Will Ferrell was Will Ferrell. He's funny, he's goofy, he was very profane. Zach Galifianakis played a very funny, effeminate challenger, and both do very well. Now, I do want to mention, I didn't put this in there, that Dylan McDermott was really funny as a campaign manager. He was, and he was really kind of creepy, and at the end he just kind of disappears into the shadows. I kept waiting for him to show some funny motion as well, but nope, he was very straight-laced the whole time. It had a bunch of very prototypical election things that he brought into this thing. He's kind of the groomer of both of them. It was really funny. Also, John Lithgow and Dan Aykroyd were in this movie, and they were pretty funny too, as some big businessmen that were involved in this. So, do you watch or wait? I'll say watch it. Again, be careful who you go to the movie with. It's definitely not a kids' movie. Adults will like it. So, what I give it? I'll give it 3.5. I would have given it 4 if there had been a little less profane. But it was funny. It was worth it. I think the folks that did this movie, I think they may have missed the time the release of this movie. I would have released it in October. Yeah, a little later, whenever we're all kind of indulging in political headlines. I think that would have been a good time. I think, though, after the little Senate runoff we had, it was funny here. I think it would have been better nationwide, a little bit closer to Election Day. All right, go watch it. I agree. I went and saw it, too. I thought it was funny, so I would think go watch it as well. So you got 2 for 1. All right, good. There you go. All right, let's take a look at our Pronews 7 Daybreak and the Panhandle quiz question. And the question today is, which filmmaker, famous for movies like Dial M for Murder, was born on this day in 1899? If you know the answer to the question, 373-1787, extension 243, or 1-800-777-KBI, which is 5844, extension 243. All right, good luck. We'll be back.